everyone, it's me, Peyton. I'm coming at y'all from the North Georgia, Tennessee line, and it's No Makeup Monday, so I do have on some lipstick because it's October, and this is bright pink for October. So, but I do have a filter on, so you're welcome, Instagram. I look way better for you than I actually do right now. But, so, we spent some time last week talking about executive orders and the Asian capitulation tour, and we ended up with the stop in Davos and all the things. So let's talk about Crown Prince bin Salman's Silicon Valley tour, which was in March of 2018. He went and saw Google, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Microsoft, Apple, Twitter, and what do we notice about those? It seems like maybe all those CEOs except Mark Zuckerberg may have stepped down because, Google CEO stepped down. Amazon, Jeff Bezos stepped down. Twitter was bought by Elon Musk. So what was his name? Jack Dorsey. He stepped down out of Twitter, and then Elon Musk bought it. Steve Jobs died. The guy who took over, and then he stepped down. The leader of Microsoft stepped down. So all these CEOs stepped down, right? And I was wondering, why Saudi Arabia? Why? Why was that, the first stop on the tour? Why Saudi Arabia? And, if you think about one of those stools that's like a three-legged bar stool, if you take one of the legs away, it just tilts and jumps you into the floor and it's useless, right? And I feel like Saudi Arabia was definitely one of those three legs. When you disable it and knock it away, it makes the stool totally worthless. Then we had Macron visit the White House in 2018, and there were some interesting photos of him taken. And then Trump went to visit the Queen in 2018 and look at her honor guard, or whatever they're called, soldiers. He went to see soldiers. I don't know what they're called. So let's talk about what an executive order actually is, because I really wanted to know this information too. An executive order is a formal directive issued by the President of the United States to manage and govern the operations of the federal government. These orders have the force of law and can be used to implement existing laws, set policy, priorities, and direct the actions of the executive branch agencies without the need for congressional approval. They are a powerful tool for the president to exercise authority within the executive branch. The number of times an executive order can be extended or renewed is not explicitly limited by law or the Constitution. However, the extent to which an executive order can be extended may depend on various factors, including the specific content and purpose of the order, the legal and political context, and the actions taken by the subsequent presidents. Typically, executive orders can be revoked, amended, replaced by a sitting president, or challenged in a court of law if they are found to be unconstitutional. Some executive orders may be continued by successive presidents if they align with their policy goals, while others may be discontinued. The ultimate authority to determine the fate of executive orders rests within the current president and are subject to legal and political considerations. So that's weird, right? We can all agree that there was like this huge bank robbery in 2020, right? So I have to ask, why would EO 13848 be extended by Joe Biden? Let's recap what Executive Order 13848 was. It was an executive order issued by President Donald Trump in 2020, and it's sometimes informally referred to as the Election Interference Executive Order. It was aimed at addressing foreign interference in U.S. elections, particularly concerns relating to foreign influence on the election process and attempts to manipulate or undermine it. This order allowed for the imposition or sanctions on individuals and entities involved in such interference. He also extended Executive Order 13818, which is known as the Global Magnitsky Act, and it is basically like a government blacklist for bad actors worldwide, and it allows the U.S. to target individuals that are involved in human rights abuses, significant corruption, and essentially it's a tool used for putting sanctions on the people that are responsible for really shady stuff on a global scale. So, with that said, I understand why they were put into effect, but why have they been continued 3 times by Joe Biden? So I hope y'all did your homework and researched Commander-in-Chief and the President. Usually, they are one and the same. All throughout history, we have had our President also be our Commander-in-Chief. But if you look at the, facts and evidence, y'all, I'm talking merely facts and evidence. Because like I said in the very, very beginning of all of this, something wasn't right. Something wasn't sitting well with me. I am just a disabled hairstylist that does makeup out of my house and talks on the internet to people. There's no reason why I should have read all the things I read and why I should be studying executive orders. Except if everyone thinks like I was thinking, like there's no reason for me to think this way, no one is ever going to know this stuff. So, be the change you want to see in the world, right? That's been written forever. Be the change you wish to see. And I wish the world was a better place. And I really wish America was a better place. And so I have to start with my people. So the Commander-in-Chief and President have always been one and the same throughout history. But right now, we have a Commander-in-Chief that is in charge of the military and the nukes. And then we have President over here. But this sitting president is extending this Commander-in-Chief's executive orders that he put into effect when he was president. So, why? Why is he extending these? That's what I want y'all to look into. Love y'all so, so much.